Hello, this is a tutorial on using CamStudio. This will show you how to download and install the application. This will also show you the settings you need to make, and it will step through an example of recording a small PowerPoint presentation. This is the install wizard for CamStudio. This begins it. We'll click Next. You need to accept the license agreement. Accept. Next. This is the default file place where it's going to install it. Accept the default. Yes, go ahead and install this additional codec. And then this is where are you going to, or the shortcut menu. Create that. Go ahead and put a desktop icon so you can find it easy. This is a summary. It's going to put these things in. Go ahead and hit install. It's really quite quick. I'm not even going to pause. And it's done. And we will launch it. And here's the tool. I will begin configuring some of the options that you need to set to use CamStudio effectively. First of all, you need to select the region on the screen that you're going to record, whether it's a fixed region, that's a specific area on the screen, one particular window for the application that you're running, or you could configure it to record your entire screen. Other options you need to look at, under the Options menu, we'll go down to Program Options first, and that's not showing in our window, so let's change this. Options, Program Options, now we can see it. Where are you going to save your recordings? So the directory for recording. Additional options that you need to set when you're recording using CamStudio. On the Options tab, you need to select that you're going to record from the microphone. If you leave it with the Do Not Record Audio, you will not have any audio. Next, you want to go down to Program Options, and there's a couple of things here. You're going to go to the directory for recording and put in a user-specified directory, and then pick a folder or one of your libraries. I would put it under My Videos and choose that as your folder where you're going to store these videos after you've recorded them. Back to Options, more Program Options, name of the AVI file, and you want to set it. It begins with automatic file naming, but that's going to be hard to identify your stuff, so make it ask you for a file name each time you create a file. Okay, got those. Now next we're going to look at cursor options, and bring that window down. You want to show the cursor while you're recording, particularly since you're doing videos that are tutorial type. And it's good to highlight the cursor. That gives a yellow shade around the cursor so it's easily visible to the viewer. And I'm going to ask you to also enable the visual click feedback. This will show a different color. This yellow will change to, in this case for the left click, it'll show red. And for the right click, it'll show blue. So those are helpful as you're identifying whether you're doing a left click or a right click. The visual clue will be there too. So set those. Next thing, we're going to look at the video options. Again, under the options box, video options, and here's where you're picking your codec. This is how your video data is converted to digital. It by default uses your Microsoft Video codec, but we're going to change down here and use this Cinepack codec by Radius. We're going to have to decrease the quality a bit so that the file sizes are not too large. Turn that down to about 30. And this should be pretty good. If you need to adjust it more, you might need to change the frame rate to something a little slower. Another thing you need to make sure, this little button here, Record to AVI, that's really just an indicator. This button toggles it. You want to make sure that it's on Record to AVI. Let's look now at the audio options for your microphone, because that's how you will be recording. You might need to identify the correct input device, whether it's a built-in microphone or a headset, so pick the right thing here. As far as the input for the audio, we're not really doing high quality audio sound, so you could lower this, and this again will save file space. You could change it down to 11 kilohertz mono 16-bit. That would save some more memory. I'm going to show you now how to actually record some video by recording this little PowerPoint on using CamStudio. You begin recording by hitting the red button. Then I have this set for capturing a window, so I have to select my PowerPoint window. And now that's what I'm recording. So this is an introduction to CamStudio tutorial by Diane Dalton. It's just an overview. CamStudio is a free screen recording software tool. It's available free for download at CamStudio.org. And this video steps through several things that you need to set to make it work correctly. Here's where you find the download link. You need to scroll down fairly far in the page to find this link for the download. The installation is very similar to other software packages. You download it, then you can run it, and it's going to give you the security warning. Yes, you do need to run it. Now here's a checklist of the things that you need to make sure that you've configured before you try and use CamStudio. I also highly encourage that you do some sample videos before you spend 10 minutes recording something, just to make sure you're getting all of your audio and your video. And then to stop recording, come back and I hit the stop button. It comes up and it asks for a file name because that was the setting that I told it to do. Give it a name. Now in this case I did not set the place where it's going to be stored, so it's going under the default, the CamStudio. I don't want it there. I'm going to put it under my videos. So it will go here now. I'll hit save. It's compressing the video. It's doing that work. And then it comes back and plays for you. And I'm going to stop that. And that is how you create your video. Now if you want to go find your video, I'm going to open Windows Explorer. I'm going to go to Videos. And I can see my CamStudio video here. Let me show the details. And you can see that actually came up to 17 megabytes. So that's quite large. So my first time recording this, it was about a 3-minute video and it came up to 17 megabytes, which is quite large for that amount of video. So I'm going to go adjust my video options. Video options, I'm going to change my frame rate down because we're not doing a lot of fast movement here either. Okay, so I've adjusted the video rate and we're going to go on and re-record this CamStudio. So I hit the record. Click on the window I want to capture, which is my PowerPoint window. And now I'm recording. This is an introduction to using CamStudio by Diane Dalton. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now. I'll bring it back to here. I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to give it a new name. I had CamStudio Intro. I'm going to just do CamStudio Intro A. I'll make it 2. Second try. Save. So the main difference is I adjusted the size. It automatically comes back and replays for you. I'm just going to cancel that. And I want to go to my Windows Explorer and see how that did as far as saving size. That adjustment saved 3 kilobytes. So that is helpful. The more you can adjust, changing that frame rate and lowering the quality will reduce your file size, your overall file size. So those are some adjustments. That's what you need to do because you might get into trouble trying to upload something that's too large.